Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some information about the Iraqi Dinar. If this is a wise investment, is it going to revalue, and just a little bit of information about that. There's a lot of information all over the internet about this, and it's been quite some time that it's been all over the internet, and I just kind of want to talk a little bit about that. And this is, what does it mean to invest in the Iraqi Dinar? In simple terms, it's the same as investing in any other currency. You purchase a certain amount of Iraqi Dinar by paying the equivalent amount of US dollars. As with buying stocks, bonds, or any other currency, when investing, you purchase the dinar at a given price and then expect the price to increase. The real question, though, is not just can you invest in this particular currency, but should you? While Iraqi dinar could be useful to those living in or near Iraq, there are many reasons not to invest in this currency. So we're going to go through all of those now off of this Investopedia article right here. So it says, understanding the Iraqi dinar. Following the 1991 Persian Gulf War, the economy of Iraq languished due to the United Nations sanctions and official corruption as the government of Saddam Hussein struggled to contain inflation and speculation. The Iraqi dinar fell from its pre-war value of $3 to less than a penny in 1993. By 1994, the inflation rate reached more than 448%. When the U.S.-led coalition overthrew the Iraqi government in 2003, the old dinars continued to circulate until the government launched a new currency the following year. New dinar notes were printed in the United Kingdom and exchanged at par value for Saddam dinars. And the fact that the new government was supported by several global powers raised hopes that the Iraqi economy would soon turn for the better, especially by the economic isolation that the country suffered through the 1990s. By 2007, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, wrote approvingly by the Iraqi government anti-inflation measures, noting that the Central Bank of Iraq raised its policy interest rates sharply and allowed a gradual appreciation of the dinar. As the economy began to recover, many speculators began to buy large amounts of dinars, expecting the currency to continue to rise. Some pointed to the rise of the Kuwait dinar after the Gulf War as evidence that the Iraqi dinar could experience similar success. At the same time, several U.S. regulators warned of scammers selling dinar investments for inflation rates and fees. In the late 2020s, the Iraqi government announced the devaluation of more than 20% of the dinar to make up for the shortfall in liquidity. The act resulted in the public protest in a country that was allegedly struggling due to the worldwide coronavirus pandemic. And now here's the advantage and disadvantages of investing in the dinar. There are some reasons to be optimistic about the future of the Iraqi economy. With Iraq having 11.7% of the world's oil reserve, it does have potential to spring back and establish itself as a stable economy. That will require a peaceful, promising business atmosphere to establish investor confidence and revive its economy. But that does not necessarily mean that the buying the dinars is the best way to bet on the economy. For one thing, the Iraqi dinar does not float freely, and says the exchange rate is fixed by the central bank, means that the currency is unlikely to experience any rapid changes in value. In contrast, a more traditional investment vehicle like Iraqi stocks could offer more of a return even if the value of the dinar remains unchanged. So these are some pros and cons. As you see, the cons outweigh the pros. So the pros are the oil reserves, and that says for those living or working in Iraq, buying dinars could be suitable. The cons: the IQD has very little legitimate trading value or volume. The IQD exchange rate is fixed. Many scammers have offered overpriced IQD investment packages. IQD does not trade on global forex markets, meaning that the only way to buy it is through high-fee money exchanges or certain banks in the Middle East. So, the Iraqi dinar, it actually did revalue if you were paying attention to it last year. And let's go ahead and take a look at that and see exactly what happened. So, back in 2020, it was 0.00084, and then it dropped down to 0.00068 or 69, and then as of recent, it actually popped up to 0.00077 or 76, a whopping 11.7% increase. So Iraq's cabinet approved a currency revaluation on February 7th and set the exchange rate at 1,300 dinars per US dollar. The Central Bank of Iraq also imposed several measures to boost the dinar and to prevent the outflow of US dollars outside the country, especially Iran and Syria, which are under US sanctions. So there you have it, folks. So there's the most recent dinar evaluation, was November 13th, 2023, and it went up only 11%. So could that be, it? I don't know. Could it go higher? Maybe. I don't know. It says the value of the dinar is fixed by the Iraqi government and does not change unless the central bank changes the exchange rate. So the central bank would have to change that exchange rate. Iraqi dinar is expected to drop by 0.07% against the US dollar by the end of 2024. And so it's expected to reach one Iraqi dinar to reach 1308.03. So that this here, guys, is something you can buy, I guess, and hold it and just kind of wish for the best, and maybe one day it does. But this is not something I would invest my entire life savings in at all. Okay, so it's kind of interesting though to see that it actually did increase a little bit over the past year, and I would be curious to see over the next couple of years if something happened again to where it increased in value again. But I think there's better places to put your money, no doubt. However, if you own some of it, and if you bought somewhere like down over here, and you want to make 11% on your money, you can go and exchange it and make a little 11% on your money, which is pretty decent. But you can see here at one point back in 03, it was over $3, and then just completely crashed. So got a long way to go if it's going to get back to $3. One dinar per $3 USD. So anyway, just wanted to make a video on that because I saw some videos popping up on that on the internet again, and just wanted to give you some quick information on that as well. So let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.